Many people believe that the backup fighter role is made for the guy that misses weight to be replaced by the backup fighter. Many people believe that is why the backup fighter was created. So when a guy misses weight, he could now be replaced by the backup fighter. But people don't understand that that is not what it is itself. The role of the backup fighter may not be as obvious to the naked eye. If you take a look at what Volkanovski did when he was the backup fighter for Islam versus Oliveira, you will see how powerful the role of the backup fighter is. If you just take a look at what he did and how he did it. It's incredible, it's genius. Because obviously the chances of Oliveira or Islam missing weight is pretty low. And Volkanovski knew this, but he still weighed in as the backup fighter. Do you guys want to know why? Because he knows that if you are the backup fighter, you are now in the spotlight. You could now do the interviews. You will now be contacted by the Ariel Helwanis, by the MMA junkies that are asking for an interview with you. And you could use that interview and make something out of it, like what Volkanovski did. And what Volkanovski did is that he did all these things. He did the interviews. He did the talk shows. Now he was doing the videos. He was doing the videos as well. And now he got the title shot against Islam Makhachev. That is how powerful the backup fighter is. That role itself, that is how powerful it is. Because Volkanovski, he made the headlines. He was in the headlines. He was making the training videos on his channel. He used the backup fighter role to his advantage. Now take a look at what Sergei did. Exactly what Volkanovski would advise you to do oppositely. Because what Sergei did, oh boy, he was so quiet. Dana White had to announce that he was the backup fighter himself. Dana White had to announce that. Sergei, knowing this knowledge, could have went on Twitter and declared, I am the backup fighter. And if this chubby Jon Jones misses weight, I will weigh in and replace him and fight Ciryl Gane, beat Ciryl Gane, and fight Jon Jones. Sergei could have done that, like what Volkanovski did. Because if you remember, Volkanovski announced that he was the backup fighter, not Dana White. He himself announced it. Sergei Pavlovich didn't. He waited for his boss, Dana White, who gave him that opportunity in the first place. His boss had to declare to the world that his employee is the backup fighter. And Sergei, being approached by these guys that are asking for an interview with him, ignored it. He could have done interviews. He could have made headlines with massive news, such as Sergei Pavlovich is the backup fighter, because that is big news. Because that could potentially be the fight that you're going to watch, the guy that you're going to watch on Saturday night. He could have done the interviews. He could have been in the headlines like what Volkanovski did, but he didn't. He didn't use the opportunity as the backup fighter. Now Stipe Miocic, an old man that got knocked out in his last fight, skipped the line and now is the next guy in line for Jon Jones, or for the winner of Jon Jones versus Ciryl Gane. Because Stipe, while he wasn't the backup fighter, do you guys want to know what he did? He was in Las Vegas, the same thing Sergei did. Sergei wasn't just in Las Vegas, he was also the backup fighter. Stipe wasn't the backup fighter, but he was in Las Vegas. Do you guys want to know what he did? He was on DC's YouTube channel. He was on a former rival's YouTube channel where he's getting interviewed by his former rival. People want to see that. People like to see that. And in that video, he dropped the news that he is the next guy in line. Do not ever let your boss declare that his employee, you, is the next guy in line. You are going to declare, I am the next guy in line. Don't let your boss do it for you. He's the one giving you the opportunity. Now, he's also going to declare to the world what he just did. You should do that, Sergei. Stipe should do that, and he did. Stipe did that. Sergei didn't. Stipe said, knowing that he was the next guy in line, said to the world, I am the next guy in line. He did the Q&A. He did the interviews. He made headlines because of that. And now he's the next guy in line. He's the next guy in line. Sergei Pavlovich could have used this opportunity because he's the backup fighter. He's in Las Vegas. He has a Twitter account. He has 10 fingers. He has 10 fingers. He has 2 arms, 2 legs. He could do what Stipe did, which is call out the winner of Jon Jones and Ciryl Gane. But he didn't. He could have said, Francis may have left, but I'm still here, Jon. I'm still here. And you better watch out, because once you beat Ciryl Gane, you better be training your ass off when you're gonna fight me. Sergei could have done that. Sergei could have done that. He could have said, chubby Jon Jones, if he misses weight, I'm gonna be replacing his bum ass. And beat Ciryl, and then fight Jon, beat Jon. Sergei could have done that, but he didn't. Keep in mind, the next guy is the backup fighter. The reason why he is may not be that obvious to some people. Sergei could have done what Stipe did, but he didn't. Now Stipe is the next guy in line.